Hello and welcome to Getting Candid with me, your girl Helen. I hope you guys have been inviting your friends to subscribe to the channel, yes? Because they don't need to miss out on the conversations that we have on this channel. Of course, you're joining me from the wine shop. I'm surrounded by the beautiful wines, yes, and also I'm dressed by Dark Beauty by Sonica. So today, guys, I'm chatting with Macky, legendary artist Macky, who recently announced his retirement from the music industry. And of course, social media went crazy because a lot of people were wondering why he stopped. Because Macky, we still want more music from you, so you need to stick around a little longer. But what does he mean when he says he's retiring? That's why we have him on the show, and he's going to tell us that. And also, guys, we're going to talk about his reality show that will be premiered on the 5th of June, and his album Olijaba that you guys waited for a long time. Me too as well. I've been waiting for this album for so long. We're going to talk about all that. So there's so much that we're going to talk about with Macky. Join me on the other side. Welcome back. I mentioned that I'll be chatting with legendary Macky. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Zambia kali muntu ngabanda legendary nisha akote.
Yeah, we. So, what am I supposed to say? Genius?
I almost started mentioning names that it's fine.
Okay, we see how much you've been in the industry and see how consistent you've been all the years. I think that makes you legend.
No, I'm a legend, actually.
Yeah, we're not going to wait. White hair and legend. Oh, you obviously started early.
Yeah.
Yeah. How have you been though?
I've been good. Busy, but I've been good.
Yeah. Since our last chat, a lot has happened with you.
A lot,
and good stuff, I must say.
both good and bad.
What tell us about the bad stuff?
They almost cancelled me last year.
Oh yeah, you guys.
Chopper.
No, next. Talk about that.
Next question.
How did you feel about it? How were you feeling?
I guess if you are in the industry long enough, you grow a bit thick-skinned. Yeah. One thing I appreciate about my journey is things didn't happen overnight. It took a long time, and I always tell younger artists to embrace the process. Because the process teaches you so many hidden things about our business. It teaches you how to treat your fans, for example, how to make money off your music, how to cultivate relationships in the industry, how to brand yourself, different things about yourself. Mm-hmm. So that once you get to a point where now got the market or demand, mm-hmm. you know how to leverage off that. So even things like you being on hit on social media or backlash or whatever, you handle it better if you've climbed that ladder slowly, because by then you've had all sorts of criticisms from different people. Yeah,
because you have one of most loyal fans. Like, if somebody comes at you, your fans are going to stand up. So I'm sure it was you. Didn't you feel some type of way? Like, are we going to?
But do you know that the people who feel hurt the most are the people who really love you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and that's the worst part. If an enemy of mine or someone that I consider we're not in good books with, say something bad about me, I'm not surprised, and it doesn't faze me, because that's what they're supposed to do. You know what I mean? They're my haters.
Yeah.
But if it's people who genuinely care about you and they feel let down and disappointed, you become concerned.
Yeah.
So that was the only hard part about it, is just knowing that kind of let down a number of people.
Yeah, but then thank God we're past that stage, yeah. And people are back at it. You released the song with AKA. How did that go? How did you? The collaboration?
I've had this conversation with a number of artists, and people feel differently about it, and sometimes that it takes, there are many ways of skinning a rat. Mm-hmm. Is that the same?
There's many ways of skinning.
Okay.
A what?
There are many ways of doing things. So,
yes.
So, me personally,
yeah.
I don't think some foreign artist singing on your song is going to save your career. I don't think that guy is going to hold your hand to the promised land. Me working with an international act is just highlighting that me and this guy that you're idol worshipping, we are literally the same. You know what I mean? In fact, I know Zambian acts who are way more gifted than some of these artists, foreign artists that you're putting on pedestals. Yeah. You know what I mean? In fact, sometimes we have like an international artist come to perform here, and people walk away or walk home telling you that, in fact, Afunika killed it more than the other guy. Yeah. Or,
and we've seen it happen many times, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's why that is important. A lot of people discourage, like, or feel some type of way about promoters bringing foreign artists here. It's a necessary evil. We need our artists to be on the same stage with those same artists so that our people can see that, okay, if you want to speak, we need those things. It's the same way with collaborations. For us to grow as an industry, we need to associate ourselves with people who are in developed industries like SA or Nigeria or whatever. So even my collaboration with AKA wasn't really like, oh, if I sing with AKA now I'm going to be a big international superstar. No, it was just that for us to move on to the next level, we have to start aligning ourselves with people who are doing way bigger things. And that's why I support that Zambia Kuchalo movement. Shout out to all these artists who've been pushing for Zambian music out there. People like Roberto, J-Rocks, Raf, and King Iles recently did some international collaborations too. Great, that's dope, but that's not going to save your career. What we need to do here as Zambian artists is do our own homework, make sure everything is solid here, so that even when we start conquering the world, we are conquering from a place of power.
So I'm hearing you explain all this, and I can tell you obviously have a plan. Like you think about these things, you obviously know what you want, but then you are retiring
from actively making music.
Okay, that's really what I want to get, because for some people, I think they've taken it the wrong way. Like, look, you can't stop. And I saw that you even made a video to kind of explain what you mean by retiring. What do you mean when you say I'm retiring from active music?
The thing with our industry is, especially now where we live in a time where people have like so much content, you know what I mean? If you're on TikTok, you're just like, you can't finish the content. Yeah. It's just, when you're on YouTube, on Facebook, like, there's just so much stuff out there to watch that you have to consistently put out work if you're going to be relevant. Consistently. Every 3 months you should have something new. Attention span ya na ichepa. Content na ifula sana. So when I say actively making, it means that every 2 months I should put out something new, something hot, something, you know what I mean? But if I retire from doing all that stuff, guess what? I can help a lot more people who let me give you this example. Right now, I know so much that I didn't know 10 years ago or 15 years ago when I was getting into the industry. It took me 15 years to know what I know now. Like some of the things that I know now, it took me years to learn. And that was because there weren't people like, of course I had like big brothers in the industry like Peter Sen or Danny or whatever, who would sit me down once in a while and tell me things. But I didn't have deliberate mentors who would mentor us or our generation. You know, systematic passing down of the torch. You know what I mean? Like the artists that were there before us, it's either they are still here or nobody puafie. Nobody took the initiative of saying, you know what, and great, if you want to perform till you're 90 years, great, I applaud you. But for me personally, my personal decision is, I know so much and I have so much information that would be very useful to young artists, but that's only possible if I do have the time. Because right now I don't have the time. In fact, if you feel like I've worked with a lot of young and emerging artists now, imagine what I can do when I'm not actively making music or trying to compete or trying to remain relevant. Imagine if I'm just free. I'm not trying to compete or be relevant or what. Think what have a time. Yeah. Imagine how much work I'd do with younger artists. And I think it's necessary for our industry to grow. You need people in the background who know so much about the industry that the artists themselves just focus on making the music. The other technical stuff, the industry stuff, they just have someone like me who knows about it and will just direct them.
Okay, so...
Am I talking too much?
I like that you're talking too much.
Must be the water.
You need to... It's good that you're explaining because people need to understand, because you can see the buzz on social media. It's strong, and for some people... For me, my question is, when I see the adverts of the 5th of June, you're saying last performance, for me, that's kind of rubbing me off the wrong way. Like, are you saying you'll never ever perform again? Are you saying we'll never ever watch you again?
It might be the last one. Wait, when does this interview air?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
By Sunday, by 5th June. Yeah, of course, our careers are unconventional.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't have like written rules like, oh, now that I want to retire, I should write a retirement letter or a resignation letter and hand it in, and when I want to come back, I must write an application or no. Like, I can decide to come back next month. You know what I mean? But I think for the most part, art is made with passion and love. And at some point, you should know that, oh, this is what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I really believe an artist's greatest asset is knowing. Like just knowing this is going to work. You don't even finish. Yeah. Because somehow you can hear the song and just know that this is not good. And sometimes you just know that this is good. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to explain it, but you just know. So that's how artists evolve or reinvent themselves, all that stuff. At some point, you should just know that, I think I'm hitting the ceiling here, or I'm becoming stagnant, I need to evolve in something bigger. When I started, I was more of a very street, vulgar hip-hop artist. Then I evolved into something more friendly or, what's the word? More family friendly or commercial. Mm-hmm. Now you can listen to my music in front of your kids, your grandfather, and you won't be afraid that you know what I mean? Yeah. And all that is evolution. If you listen to the first song, the music I used to put out maybe in like 2013, and then the music I'm putting out now, there's been growth. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And all those things is, So right now at this particular point, I know what I have passion for and I know what the next step is. Okay. In the same way that I've just made those decisions of evolving, even right now, people should just trust that I know what I'm doing. Yeah. I know it's...
But we're going to watch you somewhere, someday. People can still hire you to perform.
For now, we're doing a reality TV show.
So performance is on hold.
So, no, people will be seeing me. They won't miss me. They won't miss me.
There's something about watching you live on stage.
You know, the burden of live performances. I've never watched myself live.
They take videos of you, obviously.
But what's wrong that live, guys? There's something about watching you live.
Yes, there's something about it. Huh? So, like, I mean, like, if are you going to be on stage when somebody invites you, like, people want to see you on stage? Oh, there's a concert Macky is performing. Is that going to continue happening even after the 5th of June?
Of course.
Or you take a break?
On special occasions, would come out and do what, or some sort of recording. Music is something I'll always love, and I'll always be involved in Zambian music in one way or another. You know, at this particular point, I think people should know that I'm not slowed down. Like, I know some dimbi, I never Bundor on the 14, but I'm not slowed down.
Yes,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we know that you're smart. Okay, at least I know that you're smart.
So if I'm smart, and which I'd like to think I really am, if I'm smart, then
we should trust you. We should just trust you.
I think it's have a few definitely and that's okay.
I say what you want to say. You're getting candid, so just be blunt. What did you want to say?
A few, that's okay.
Don't you want to hear him say what you wanted to say? I'm asking people on stage now. You wanted to hear him what you wanted to say?
Yes.
Just like the people who are watching the show right now. If you're smart...
what did I want to say? But you know, I can just say something to keep you, to shut you up. You can't force me to say what I do want to say.
Okay, so you're not going to say it, in short. Anyway, we'll be. I can't wait to see what you'll be venturing into, how you'll be working with the artist, and I know you introduced Stigen. Just tell me about that, Stigen.
So first of all, before I even
Go on.
before I even get to Stigen, on the 5th of June, we're doing 3 things. We're doing the album release for my last album, which is Olijaba. And we're doing the
reality show
experience last concert, and we're premiering the reality TV show. 3 things. All these things are systematic. They didn't just coincidentally happen on the same day. There's a way that one thing pushes the other. You see, this Zambian music thing or this entertainment thing, it's not a one-man show. You need people.
Yeah.
And people like to talk about how we're not united in our industry or ABCD. But clearly, if you've been to any of those, even just my birthday parties for people, or someone is doing an album launch, if you just see the love that that artist gets from like different artists, you know the industry is united. All of it is more
Levy.
And a lot of people came out to support him, like fellow artists. That just shows you how united we are. It's only that sometimes negativity thrives way more than like the positive stuff. Even at my show, we have 25 big artists coming through, and
that's a lot.
You know, we have comedians, we have radio presenters, radio DJs. Like, for the most part, I'm not even paying them. I'm just they're just here to support me or see me off nicely. You know what I mean? And that's something I know about the industry. Now, what I wanted to tell you before we started talking about this, what I said I was not going to tell you is this: is it's okay if you're not the savior, if you're not Moses leading these people to the promised land. It's okay. You know what I mean? A lot of people feel like this guy ni local champion for Zambia, but he's acting like he's achieved so much success that he wants to retire.
Yeah.
But that is even because any person who understands like this business, they know that if we are patuambira pakwaliwa foundation, there should be other people who should take over from here. You know what I mean? Even if like the end game is to win a Grammy and bring it home, it's okay if you're not the one who wins the Grammy. It's okay. Yeah, but it's great if you're just part of how we got to that Grammy, if you are part of the story. And I understand this. I understand there are so many people who have different strengths, like very talented people, you know, and I really believe in Zambian music. I believe the same way that it was, Patreon for Congolese music.
Yeah.
Oh, apa kukire kuli kwaito. Oh, apa ishireko ya ku Nigeria. Oh, apa amapiano. Oh, apa na kuisa bongo flavor ya ku Tanzania. At some point, it will be time for Zambian music.
Yeah.
I don't have to hold on to the stage like
until that time happens.
No,
yeah.
It's okay to just be like, you know what? For us to move on to the next stage, if you feel energy na enthusiasm na passion, if they just learn what I know now, if they don't have to spend the next 10 years learning the same thing that I learned, the growth will happen way faster. You know what I mean? And the beauty about what's happening now is the world is literally becoming a global village. A song can be big in the States, it's also big here, you know, that sort of thing. Master KG's song, Jerusalem, was like a big song in SA, then in Africa, then the whole world was just like, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
The world is becoming that, meaning chances of Zambian music blowing up or any song blowing up are crazy high now. Especially now that we don't need like a powerful label behind you or ABCD. You have the internet. You are dealing with your consumers vis-a-vis. You don't need labels to distribute your music. Artists to me, if you're quite weekend in my iTunes, Spotify, Boomplay, all those things.
Okay.
What I want people to understand is I have a vision for Zambian music, and that vision I cannot achieve it alone. You know what I mean? But I'll be more instrumental if I take a step back and really work in the backgrounds. We have enough talent on stage, enough talent, but off the top of your head, mention like 5 people who are really pushing Zambian music from the background.
From the background, I don't know.
People who are just making sure that, oh, there's this new kid from Kalulushu, Kona quite a talent. But how they can move on to the next stage is if they do ABCD. There's nobody doing that.
No,
you know, there are very few people who are doing it. You know, shout out to KMP, Nexus Music, Headphone Music. Jerox just signed like another new kid called Ace Shani with much.
I wore my dreads, so I've forgotten the name. I just saw the photo.
Ace, oh my God. Anyway, Ace something.
Yes.
They just signed another new kid. You know what I mean? So Udia rocks with. I just spoke of your tune to talk about. Oh, you might switch this so on. It's easy for you to.
Yeah.
But
so you need more people to do that.
We need more people. But so what I'm trying to do is not necessarily start my own label, sign new artist or ABCD. No, just do a bit more management and publishing for other artists.
Okay, that's nice. So firstly, before I move to the next question, so when we come to the concert, because I think I want to come for the concert. So when you come to the concert on the 5th, are we expecting you to do performances from songs way back until maybe the new ones from the Olijaba album?
Everything, man, everything. It's a farewell event. It's a celebration event. It's we're performing everything, all the moments from my career. You know what I mean? Every song that I felt like means something not just to me but to my fans, we'll perform it and we'll make it a moment.
Are you going to perform 2010? I don't know why I love that song. 2010.
Definitely.
Definitely.
You know, they're just songs like
that it has to be there.
2010,
yes.
They're just songs that are like, it has, like, it's not complete without that one song.
Sure, I think this will be a great concert, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
But we move on to the next question. So, we haven't been, you talked about KMP, I want to talk about Stigen na Isecha Konakulasta. I want to talk about KMP now. When because when you announced your retirement, you also talked about KMP, how it's closing down and how people, is it really closing down? Is it, you said something about people that they can berenge. Let me just remember. Can I read it now?
Sure.
You said, I'm asking for my phone. You said something about the people that prayed. Was it you saying bye to KMP?
Wait.
Let me read it.
It's almost like every time that someone talks about that same post,
yeah,
then
we misquote some things.
Paraphrasing na hii bife ya kwa batire tubike into context imbife.
But you say something. But how has it been, KMP? You know, they came on the scene and a lot of you were signed. How did it go? How has it been for you guys?
So I hate talking about politics now, you know what I mean? It's like right now politics are very divisive. Yeah. It's like every time you talk about politics, there'll always be people who have different opinions, and those, we can't have, like, Zambians right now are incapable of having like a civilized diplomatic conversation about politics. Yeah. Tempers arise and people get emotional and people start saying all sorts of things, no, A, B, C, D, you know what I mean? Yeah. So obviously, the reason why I said, like, hey, seems your prayers have been answered, you people who prayed for the downfall of KMP. Yes. It was because last year between July and maybe November, December. Yeah. Almost every artist under KMP and the label itself were under fire for aligning ourselves to a named political party. You know what I mean? Every time I say this, it's almost like an insult or salt to the wound. But the truth is, it's business. Yeah. I would also like to contradict myself by saying what we do is more than just business. There are emotions involved and people really believe you, you know, and as an artist you have a responsibility not only to entertain, but also to educate, to inspire, to teach, you know. So we understand the responsibility that we have. Yeah. Yeah. And sometimes you learn from experiences. I believe there's a lesson that was taught nicely by our fans. It was a long lesson. Yeah. It was really taught nicely. Anyway, so that post was really related to going through all that stuff. But in that very post, what I wanted to highlight is just how much KMP has contributed to the industry. How much that same man, our director, has contributed to the industry. Yeah. In terms of branding, in terms of quality of work, being just music or videos, or just the welfare of artists in Zambia has drastically improved. Yeah. Because of KMP, you know what I mean? So sometimes how I know whether this is actually a good or bad thing is I'm a pros and cons, you know what I mean? And if the good outweighs the bad, then you should give something a second chance, you know what I mean? Yeah. But we're okay. KMP recently had a beer fest in Kafiwe. It was nicely packed. The performers there were wonderful. We are planning on doing like a nationwide tour. Chipata, Mongu, somewhere on the Copper Belt, just like a KMP tour, and I'm excited about that. But it's been rough, man. It's been rough. I won't even lie to you. It's been rough. And for companies like that, or even just investors who come into the industry and really want to help the industry, I feel if you really love Zambian music, you should support initiatives like that or companies like that. We should encourage them so that other people can also do the same, and that's the only way our industry will grow. But if someone tries to do something like that and actually does it, helps a lot of artists, and then they are treated like that, it's hard for the next guy to step up, you know what I mean? That's why I felt it was right for me to highlight that, hey, we've had it rough the last couple of months and things are not looking good, but also to highlight the great things that KMP has done, the great things that Bwalya himself has done for our industry, and also to announce the last album and my retirement.
Okay. Reality show, something that I didn't see coming from you, because I know that you've kept kind of your personal life away from social media, you've kept your family away from social media. So to see that you're having a reality show, I'm like, ooh, how? I'm excited because I think a lot of us are, we're going to see what we don't see from Macky too. So that's exciting. But how did you get yourself to do that, to accept, and did you have to convince your wife? How did she handle that?
I think first of all, I've always been an artist who refused to be boxed or tried by all means not to be like, oh, this guy is just a rapper who sings hip hop. You know what I mean? Like, over the years, you've seen me do Kalindula sounding song, like a Catholic choir sounding song, a hip hop song, a love song, a amapiano song, a rumba sounding song, like different things. And you've seen me do like Big Brother. We've done so many things. A few months ago, we almost did a celebrity boxing fight with Slap. You know what I mean?
Why don't you do it?
Tamware ngishamo start. Tamware landa vipoma Facebook. Mleta ipatena mbando ya sochi. Anyway, so
tukengisha utakula song keta no Phiri.
So I've always done like different things, and I've always tried to. We're entertainers. Always tried to keep it entertaining and tried not to be boring. But for this particular one, I realized like a lot of people who feel some type of way about me haven't even had a chance to get to know me.
Yeah.
Like obviously we knew Hellen. The Macky that you hear in the music and the Macky that you know off camera, and two different people.
Yeah, that's true.
And I guess this is just another opportunity of me letting my fans and my people into my world just so they could see something that's away from the music, just a bit of behind the scenes stuff, real life and whatever. Because whether we like it or not, I know I'm not supposed to say this on TV or on camera, but kula batinde shooting a video and love song, na for akagelo akakari ekaisa mkwaktaze ekagero kanti. Some of these music videos that you see by a lot of artists are shot at hotels or some other luxurious that you just see that it's nice location, let's shoot here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not real life, but for this particular show we are showing people like real life. You know what I mean? And I think it's important for us to begin to understand each other on a deeper level. There are artists who have created a facade or some character and they wouldn't want people to see like the real them. Great, do you? But for me, I have no skeletons in my closet. So I'm comfortable in my skin, and at this particular point, I just feel like, okay, it's the right time to do something.
And
like
your family, they're excited? Were they skeptical at first?
I've always been private about my family and just my private life. So this is something I really had to make sure everybody's okay with before we even proceeded. Because like the reason why I've been private about my family and whatever is me, I signed up for this. I knew. Fikala tukanapa Facebook page and you know what I mean? Every time I walk out of my house, someone will want to take a picture or talk to me, and I have to smile and be receptive and take 50 pictures, you know, that sort of thing. Because I knew, I signed up for that. That's part of the job. But I wouldn't want to include my partner in that stuff without her signing off on it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It has to be something that she signs up on. And so for this particular one, we actually had a chat, and she's cool with it.
Nice. Okay, and Stigen?
So Stigen is a cool streaming app. People complain about how, hey, in Zambia you can have a million views on YouTube and still not make money.
Yeah.
Because the algorithms, you see, they're spending power in Zambia and ABCD. And I thought to myself, you know what? If you're not invited to the table, or people are treating you some type of way about their table, build your own table.
That's true.
Hey, build your own table. So Stigen is our own table, but I decided to start with just myself. I put my own content there. And it's basically a streaming app like Boomplay or Spotify or whatever. So you sign up, of course. Once you log in, it's got all the music, my music, whether it's old music, new music, whatever. It's got music videos and snippets of different things. And you can subscribe for a week or for a month on Stigen.
Smart.
But it's basically like I know what my fans like, and it's easy for me to customize the app to just what I think people will like. And if this works nicely, we include different artists on it. But for now, I don't want problems. You're
still tasting it.
Yeah, so it's something that I'm trying out on my own, and I know it's going to work. It's just that lately there's just too much going on.
Yeah.
But so it's all in the bigger scheme of things.
Okay. Anyway, I have to let you go now.
I can't.
Oh, njipusha na yambi? Minkwata.
Let's go.
You like this place?
Huh?
You like this place?
I'm getting comfortable.
Get comfortable. You and Sean Keister worked for it, and he also announced his retirement.
You're serious? You have more questions?
I'm telling you, I have questions. It's just that I know your time is...
Let's go.
So I can just ask even... You and Sean Keister, literally, even him is saying he's kind of stepping back. Are you guys, firstly, working together for how many years? 12?
11 years
11
now.
years.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, how come you've managed to work with somebody for that long? We've seen people come with managers and it goes this way. What do you think has kept you guys together?
I think the misconception is that it's been rosy and all sunshine and rainbows. It's not.
Yeah.
In fact, we've had like fallouts like in the past.
Yeah.
My mom is Bemba. Chiwemba chitirati imitish. Means you always have differences, but I think our relationship is become family. It's not just business. He's someone I can call to talk about different things. You know, he's really like a brother to me. I think that's what has kept us together. But problems will always be there, but we're ready to just sit down and work them out.
And I can see that he was also part of, I've seen a clip of him in the reality show, so I guess we'll be seeing more of him there.
It's reality. Every person that you know that's around me is in the reality TV show. My brother, my sisters, Sean, Dandy, everybody who's around me is in it.
Yeah, and when
if you were around me long, a lot more often, you'd be in it too.
When I saw that Chef is in there, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. I want to see, because I'm inquisitive. I want to watch Chef, because Chef is also very private. He's been you're better. You're even more open. He's very private, and him being part of it also makes some of us want to watch that.
Definitely.
I want to have a chat with all of you guys that are part of the
It's got a lot of interesting characters. It's a small industry, and me, if you know me, like I get along with everybody. So, meaning Ben Lombe is in there, Dandy is in there, General Cannon is in there, Slap, Bobby, Rough Kid, like
everybody that we can think of. that's something that we're going to watch. Okay, now I'll let you go.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming and for making time. And I hope we can chat more even after. I'm sure I want to have a chat with you after the first season of the reality show. I hope you guys will be available.
Let's do it. Let's do
Yeah.
it. So on the 5th of June, Pasande, by East Park, Olijaba, na King Buga reality show.
Everybody has to be there. I'm definitely going to be there. I know I'll be singing along to every song, especially those ones. 2010 feeling, you know those ones?
Why do people do that though?
Do what?
Make me feel like in the last 10 years I haven't released any song.
No, it's then you're talking to people like me. Not to Bwalya, you know, where like there are songs that we grew up with.
So you know what just happened, like and great. This is a point I must stress here. Is because I've always had people who be like, wakamba mwalipwa kale mwale imbeshi kali. Pamwamba vyoku imbesha malavu.
No.
And even when I'd go to like, because at some point I'd go back and listen to the same old music that they're talking
because
about.
People are talking.
And be like, But if I I've grown out of this and I've improved my pen game. Like I believe my lyrics are better than this. Yeah. But I'd brush it off. And sometimes I'd go to like the UK to perform at some Zambian independence, whatever. Yeah. And what we'd do is we'd get there like 5 days before, ask people, hello, tell us the music you'd want us to perform. Believe me, 90% of that music, 10 years ago.
So it's the audience.
Yeah, so now what I realize is because it's easy to discard and like, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Driver never. It's easy to do that. Yeah. But I pay attention to what people are saying, especially if one thing is brought up like a number of times, then there's something there. Because you don't sing for yourself, you sing for people, you know what I mean? And even when you have a vision of where you want to go, you should always keep people in mind, you know what I mean? You should go with the people. Because I want to work. So anyway, what I realize is this, and that's the same thing. Ask your uncles, your older brothers or whatever. Yeah. They'll tell you, rumba, the Pepe Kare, Franco, or Madiru system. They won't mention Phiri. They'll be like, rumba.
Yeah.
If you talk about disco, Marvin Gaye, Shan. It's because the music when you're listening to when you're a teenager,
yes,
when you're falling in love for the first time, when you're hitting puberty, when you are transitioning from a girl to a woman or from a boy to a man, that music, you forever love it.
Yes.
It'll always have a soft spot in your heart.
And that's what I wanted to say.
So like, now, even with my music, umuntu bakamba ndikuke asamukunshimikira bakamba olulishwa fundeshi ndikabwata amba nokundondora banokwaluka emotional. So the music has some emotional attachment to it. The memories, it's bigger than just the music. So you'd find that the song that I have now may even be bigger, but people still want the old music.
Yeah.
But me as an artist, I should be careful enough to acknowledge that, oh, that music has sentimental value. But I shouldn't go back and sing like that.
Because you have a new audience also.
And you know,
that's what I wanted to say. Like, it's not even like we're disregarding your new songs. Your new songs are really good. But there's just something. Because when I listen to Phiri, I'll tell you there's a memory that I have for that song. When I listen to Landlord, there's a memory I have for that song. That's how I'll tell you, 2010, that song, it was like this. So I know that those songs, I was listening to them regularly. Yeah. So I know them word for word. And I know when you're performing them, I'll be able to sing proper. So that's exciting for me when I go to a concert and I can sing along to literally everything. That's good. So that's me. I'm looking for it. I'm sure my friends are even saying, yeah, we're going to sing and dance to that. Because when my friends saw the poster, one of my best friends just sent it to me and said, boy, it's because we can relate. Yeah. So I'm super excited for the concert. I'm definitely going to be there.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So any last words? You actually said your last words.
Shout out to everybody that supported us from day one. When we tell people to be patriotic about Zambian music and Zambian entertainment, Zambian art, we're not just asking you to support us because we're from Zambia. There's actually some dope music out there, you know what I mean? And I know not everything is for everyone, but there's something for you. Believe me, we are like a diverse industry. We have people like Natasha Chansa Jedi, to like Dandy Crazy, General Cannon and Dadiso, to like Mumbayachi and James Sakala and, you know, Roberto Pompi, and it's like a diverse industry. There's something there, you know what I mean? And I'm happy with what's happening with just Zambian entertainment. Like Mpali is the biggest show on Zambezi Magic, you know what I mean? Like all that stuff is happening in real time. So yeah, shout out to everybody that's been down with us from day one, everybody that's still passionate about Zambian music and praying and rooting for us to really grow. Zambia Kuchara. Karibwangu.
Thank you for coming, guys. And just so I tell you, I was drinking Finca La Colonia. Unfortunately, he didn't drink it with me. What did you say?
Hello, Shaisho.
No, I love Dandy.
Savanio Cabernet.
Yeah, we have somebody who can pronounce it proper.
It's French. Me, I'm Tumbuka.
It's what? Cabernet Sauvignon. Yes, he said it correctly. So that's how you say it. You're going to tell Dandy. That's how they say it. Okay, so guys, I was drinking Finca La Colonia. You can find it at the wine shop. Very good wine. It's dry wine, but very, very tasty. Thank you for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this interview. I definitely did, and I hope I have more chats with him. I'm definitely going to have more chats with him. From me, your girl Helen, keep subscribing. Bye-bye.